big wrestling actors. We got Dave Bautista, The Rock, and John Cena.
I hate to interrupt you, Ethan.
You didn't even
Wait,
let me get it.
No, do it.
You can't interrupt that one. You gotta tell us.
Do it.
Okay. I was gonna say, you gotta. I was gonna say marry John Cena, but I think you gotta fuck John Cena because I think Dave Bautista is like a great husband. I feel like he'd be a really good partner. And then I'd kill The Rock. No offense. And then just like John Cena, I feel like he'd be a very sensual lover. Okay, go ahead, Nick.
All right. So wait, no, I want to do it too. All right.
I want to do
go
it
ahead.
too after Nick.
I think I would do the same thing as you actually. Kill The Rock. Marry.
Sorry, The Rock.
Wait, did you say marry Dave Bautista or marry
I said
John
marry
Cena?
Dave Bautista.
I married. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Married Dave Bautista and fuck John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd marry John Cena, fuck Batista, and then kill The Rock for sure. I would just kill The Rock in general, no matter
Part of me
the
wants
context.
to say fuck The Rock just to say I did it. Yeah, that's right. I fucked The Rock. I mean, that'd be the ultimate, like, two truths and a lie.
I hate to interrupt fucking everybody. Wait, what are you saying, Nick?
I was gonna say, speaking of fucking John Cena, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Yeah.
welcome to the Hate Turn to our podcast. I'm Nick from Stop Culture, and I'm joined by
Ethan from youtube.com/Gulif.
I'm VHS Guy from recently monetized VHS Guy.
Yay! Welcome to the club, Nicholas.
So
Mathregan 2.0's #1 fan.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
pretty
Nick,
crazy.
why did you decide to make a Mathregan video of all things?
I don't know. I didn't really want to make a Mathregan video. I just wanted to talk about genre swaps, and that one was just like topical for the time. It's like a recent genre swap. So I kind of I don't even like Megan. Megan 2, like I'm like super like it's like a 6 out of 10 movie. 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
and I made a whole video about it, and I got monetized off of it. So,
congrats. Yeah, no, that is such an interesting topic though, because it was like such a weird flash in the pan first movie where like just Gen Z got up and like Gen Alpha got obsessed with the movie Megan. Was it during COVID or like right after COVID? I don't know. It was around that
right
time.
after.
It was after.
Like 2021.
It was after.
And then like it just had this like kind of crazy success that they weren't expecting, and then they just kind of like took that in such a weird direction. I think the quote I told Nick about was like either Jason Blum or one of the other producers were like, "We thought she was our Superman. We could put her in anything."
Well, like you see it a lot in you see it a lot in movies, in movie series, especially like back in the olden days, where like they would make two movies that are kind of similar, and then like by the third one they're like, I don't know what the fuck to do now, and then they'll do that weird shit. But this one was like, no, we're just gonna go straight in. We're gonna go straight into it. Just like
they should have just done a straightforward, like a bigger horror sequel, and then maybe consider doing the action route.
Exactly.
Once
set
you've
up the
at least
world a little bit
guaranteed
more.
People like most of the movies.
Well, it is basically the concept of the MCU, really. When you go like bolts to nuts of the MCU, it's like a genre swap franchise, really. It's like, oh, well, we can do a spy movie with Captain America, and then we could do a superhero billionaire robot thing with Iron Man, and then space gods with Thor. Like that's what they've been trying to do.
Kind of, but I think
time.
each of those comics kind of has sort of ties into different types of genres in general, and then they kind of like try to mash them all into one whenever it comes to like the
and also it's hard
team-ups.
to go from like, imagine in Iron Man 1 if Tony Stark was an actual like murderous psychopath who had like Iron Man virus in his brain and made him kill people, and then the second one they were like, now he's a superhero and he's here to stop the war in Iraq.
It's kind of what they did with Loki, I guess.
A little, but that took time though.
That's true, they worked towards it.
Yeah. Well, I will go down swinging saying that the Loki show is the best thing in the MCU. I
never finished it.
I don't know if you guys ever watched it.
I never saw season 2.
Why did you hate it? I think it's great.
But I like
love it
a lot.
It was really like ugly, and like it felt like it could have been. It felt like it could have been like, I don't know. And it also suffers from that 8-episode fucking shit that has been like destroying every TV show. Speaking like Peacemaker. I hate how every show is so short nowadays.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Damn. New York crime is getting out of hand.
Wait, what do you mean ugly? It has the production design in
think
Loki
Loki
is so
looks
creative.
one of the best
The
looking
production
shows.
design is cool, but like I think all the choreography is really lazy. I don't know. There's just a lot I didn't like about it.
The
Like
Loki dance
visually,
sequence.
it's
What
more
do you
so the
mean?
fight sequences. It's like similar to like a lot of the Marvel movies, but even lower budget. It felt like they didn't put money into like trying to make things look real at all.
But so with the genre swap thing that you're talking about, because when you get Kevin Feige talking about why he thinks superhero fatigue isn't really any concern of his or anyone who makes superhero movies for that matter, he's basically like, well, look, the Marvel Comics universe is home to a bunch of different genres. Like we can do a Halloween thing, we can do a spy movie. That's why he feels like superhero fatigue will never really, actually impact the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I think is a little bit short-sighted because like there are different patinas over all the stuff they do, but it's kind of always the same formula.
Yeah,
well,
more or less.
I think in concept he's right. I think in like what they're actually making, it's not true because they all feel very samey. It's not like we're getting like a fucking Captain Marvel and then right after we're getting like the Batman like noir story, right? It's like we're getting Captain Marvel and then we're getting like Captain Marvel in another suit. It's
right.
I think
we're not getting a bunch
it's
of
going to be
different
more
types
of an
stories. I think
interesting
even
kind of like. No, go ahead, Dick.
I was gonna say like we got like Moon Knight, right, which was supposed to be like this more like grim, dark story or
I
whatever.
hated
But
Moon
it's
Knight.
it was still like the same shit. It was just like sometimes they said the F word.
They
Did
said
they?
fucking Moon. I don't think they said fucking.
I don't think
I don't
they
know if
did.
they did.
I mean, the only
I
one
don't
that they
know.
really pushed the R rating stuff on, it was, I mean, they did that Werewolf by Night special, which I didn't watch, but Daredevil Born Again, they get R rated. But that seems like they only did that because people would have been mad if they didn't, because the previous seasons were gruesome.
Because Moon Knight in the comics is actually pretty fucked. Like he's pretty fucked. He's like an asshole psychopath.
Did you guys watch the Marvel Zombies thing? Because in that show, they have Blade is Moon Knight.
They have Blade Knight or Moonblade or whatever it's called.
Moonblade.
Not played by Mahershala Ali because he's
looks
waiting for his movie.
Sounds exactly like him.
Unless
that poor guy, he's been sitting around for like 8 years just waiting for them to fucking start filming.
Yeah.
Unless it's required by the podcast, I'm not seeing any more Marvel properties.
Well, we're definitely going to talk about. We'll talk about Spider-Man.
We're going to do an entire rewatch of the entire show franchise, including all the shows and spin-off mobile games.
God.
Do a whole Marvel Rivals episode,
including all of Agents of Shield.
Dude, I'm straight quitting the podcast if y'all try to make me watch She-Hulk.
Well, what about Marvel Rivals has been getting accused of being a Gunner game. Have you guys heard of this?
I mean, it's if anything is in any way similar to and inspired by Overwatch, it's going to be a Gunner game. I mean, I don't think I've seen video when the game came out. People were talking about how they allow. I don't know if this is true, but I think Marvel Rivals has just like open access, like their character models. They just like let people use them for whatever.
Do they have jiggle physics?
I'm sure you can apply them. I don't know. I think they do. They probably do. And they were just like, do we want to beat Overwatch? And they're like, well, yeah. And they're like, then let them have the character models to do it as they please.
What is jiggle
you
physics?
See some of the jiggle physics basically is like the boobs and the butts on characters will wiggle
if you jump,
if
do
you
they bounce?
jump or move around. Yeah, that's jiggle physics.
Okay. That sounds sick.
Or if they're just like rocks, if they have rocks, it's not jiggle physics.
All right, well let's get into Peacemaker then, because I feel like you guys have been really high on this season and then didn't really love the finale.
You were high on it. You didn't love.
Yeah,
the
you were
fact
slurping
that
it up.
They went in the Earth X direction. You weren't a fan of that twist.
I thought he did like it. He made a whole video talking about how it was sick.
No.
He made
a whole video talking about. He made a video after the premiere episode talking about how he liked the setup of the universe and how they're not using it as a cameo excuse.
Yeah,
this was before all the Earth X stuff happened.
As soon as
I didn't like it,
became
like the actual Earth X stuff.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't crazy about that because I thought the whole series was going to be like, oh, Peacemaker's a character who lost everything and now he has to choose between this universe, this alternate dimension that can give him all the things that he lost and think he feels like he needs. but actually he has to, for whatever reason there is, whatever reason the writers come up with, he has to choose his original universe because those are the people that he loves. Like, I thought it would have been something like that, but making it like a Nazi dimension is like, well, that's not much of a choice, is it? It's like it kind of lost all of that emotional tension that I thought it was building up by just making the alternate universe actually bad. I wasn't crazy about that, and then we don't even really go back to it. So I was just like, the whole setup of the season, I was like, what? Like, I feel like that didn't even really matter ultimately. It's like a detour.
Yeah,
that's my biggest problem with it too. Is it didn't really set
the finale.
Well, it set up so many things, and it didn't really pay anything off. Like, it did feel very, very rushed, and that's a similar issue with the finale itself.
Yeah, the interesting thing, and the kind of not disappointed and just kind of conflicted on this whole finale, is that I still think it's a well-made episode. I think it's solid. All the performances are good. I like where the characters go, but it just feels like it's a finale. It feels like the middle episode of a longer season. Like, if this was like the mid-season finale, and then we got another 8 episodes or another 7 episodes after this, I would be like, this is cool. It's shifting. The second half of the season is going to be, and then we're going to get a little more of the Earth X stuff. But it really does feel like episodes 1 through 7 were very cohesive, and I guess 7 acted as more of a finale for the characters, for a lot of like the Earth X setup and all the multiverse stuff. Because I don't know, man. Episode 8 really did just feel like, okay, we're setting up another show.
That's the thing.
And like,
if they literally would have ended it on the what's the store, like the little firm they created?
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Yeah, if they would have just ended it on the Checkmate walkout, like, I wouldn't have thought it was an amazing finale, but it also wouldn't have felt so much like a slap in the face as a viewer, because I would have been like, okay, they just had a rushed ending. It could have been better, but whatever, right? At least there's something cool to look forward to. But now it's like, no, we're just completely throwing this fucking show in the trash so that we can set up Superman 2.
I mean, I saw that James Gunn has talked about, he's like, we're not doing Peacemaker season 3, but all of these characters are going to go into a new show, which I'm assuming they're going to make a show and just call it Checkmate, which is a comic thing. It's like a comic organization. I'm assuming they're just going to be like, we're doing Checkmate, and it's just going to be all the characters from Peacemaker and some new stuff. That way it's not just so focused on Peacemaker, but he will be in the show. But it really, when you put it in the perspective of this final episode, feels kind of like an epilogue instead of a finale. I think that at least makes it go down a little easier in my mind. I don't know about you guys.
No,
though.
because it sets up so many things that don't necessarily make sense, especially in the final episode. Like Rick Flag, he's like a completely different character in this, and it leaves you to believe that maybe like Lex Luthor is like controlling him or something. We don't know. We're gonna have to wait until the next movie to really understand it. Like, Nick, they set up this whole like. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, I was gonna change subject. Go ahead.
No, they set up all this stuff with the Earth X too. Like he was just learning all this stuff about his dad. Oh, let's kill him. And they were like, okay, let's kill his brother.
Funny.
Let's kill his brother. Oh, just kidding. We're leaving him here as a character who can come back. Oh, but we're not doing another season. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, there is a lot of loose threads. But I don't know. On Rick Flag, Nick, you've recently watched Creature Commandos?
Yeah. I watched the whole season like a couple weeks ago.
Okay, what'd you think?
Creature Commandos is pretty good. I would like to see a lot of the characters. You watched it too. You seen it?
I've seen it. Yeah, I saw it when it came out like a year ago.
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I like GI Robot, and I like some of the other characters and everything. My main thing was like, so everything is connected. Like the animated stuff is connected to the live action stuff.
Same actors.
Yeah, same actors, which they characterize Rick Flag in a very specific way in Creature Commandos. He's like totally white hat, great, just like a great protagonist, basically, morally unobstructed. But then
I wouldn't say he's perfect in Creature Commandos. He's kind of a dumbass.
No, but I mean, he's the good guy. Like I guess when you set him in contrast to all these literal monsters, I guess maybe he looks better. But I know that he has the whole revenge thing that he against Peacemaker, that he's trying to have revenge against Peacemaker for killing his son. But I feel like he, just fucking teaming up with Lex Luthor just to put Peacemaker in an alternate dimension seems, and then killing, like just using all of his employees as guinea pigs, like it doesn't seem like something that the Creature Commandos Rick Flag would do. You know?
Yeah,
he's a completely different character. 100%.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, if they did a reveal in like say Man of Tomorrow or whatever, something where it's like, oh, he got some sort of multi-dimensional virus that made him evil. I don't know, like some comic book shit, because it just really feels like a jump. I'm like, dude, like half these people you've known for years, and like now they're fully just like, oh yeah, we're throwing them into a Candyland world and they're getting ripped in pieces.
Especially because doesn't he know that it's not really Peacemaker's fault that his son is dead? It's more Amanda Waller.
Yeah, he knows the general. He just knows that he's the one that physically killed him. And even they tell him that. They're like, you realize he was just following orders. Like, as bad as it is, yeah.
He also is like a company man. Like, he understands these things. Like, he's not an idiot.
Yeah, but he was about to just kill Peacemaker. That's why.
I know.
But
I think that's an issue with the Peacemaker writing. I don't think that's like it doesn't make sense for his character. I don't think. And like also on the like topic of characters that don't make any sense, like Harcourt's whole like writing as a character this entire season was so back and forth. It was so stupid. She was the most annoying fucking character in the entire show.
How so?
I actually think she was very consistent
up until like the last second. Whenever she has all the reason to just like be like on Peacemaker's side, she has to pull out a photo of a mirror, and she's like, "Oh, now I'm on this. Now I'm on the good side. Now I'm on the good side." It's like it just felt like they were like trying to tie it up at the end, but they like kept it flip flopping the entire fucking show.
Well, pull out a photo of what?
Whenever she brings over, what's the cyborg chick, Sasha?
Sasha Bordeaux.
Yeah, she brings her over to what's her name's house? I'm just so bad at
Adebayo.
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 Amadeus.
I was about to say Amadeus.
But she brings the cyborg over to whatever. Anyways, she meets them up and she's like, "I'm not going to be any part of this. I can't. I need to stay in the good graces of the government." And then she pulls out the little photo in her bathroom and she's like, "Oh, flashback time." And then she decides, after all of this, after she's already had this like heart to heart with Peacemaker and all this shit, now she decides that it's right at the end of the fucking season too. It just feels so contrived and rushed and stupid.
Yeah, but I think it's like a pileup of things, because she wasn't about to just kind of turn tail on her career just for Peacemaker, but once she saw that Rick Flag was sending them into these alternate dimensions and basically allowing them to get killed, she was like,
but even that, she still wasn't on board. Even after that, she was like, "Well, I'll take you to somebody who can help you, but I can't help you." Like, even after she's seeing all these terrible things that Rick Flag's doing, she won't turn.
Really? Is that what happened? I
think she's more of just like, I'm getting people together so we can get the fuck out of here and do something about it.
She wasn't, though, because she was sitting in the other room while the other people were talking, and she was just like, "I'll take you to her. I'll take you to somebody who can do something." And then she sits in the other room while they meet, and then she looks at the photo and she's like, "Okay, I'm in."
And it was a photo of her and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
On the boat that night.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that bothers me at all. I think it was. Yeah, that didn't really affect it.
I'm just saying she had every reason. She had every reason to turn already, and then it just felt very cliche and stupid to me.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess her character has been a little bit hot and cold throughout the season, but
I mean, there were two versions where one was very hot and one was very cold.
That's true. I feel like Vigilante was really underserved in this season too.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of play till like the second half.
And then I don't know. This is a James Gunn thing. I was telling you guys in our group chat, like, I feel like I love James Gunn's writing so much in Superman because he kind of like pulled back on the Guardians of the Galaxy bit writing.
He showed more respect to the characters.
Yeah, remember the whole like all the running gags. I'm never a fan of the running gags that James Gunn does, like is this ripe in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, that's my least favorite part about Guardians 2.
I thought the quiz me on Owlfax was pretty funny when he did it the first 2 times. I thought bird blindness was funny when he did it the first 2 times. And then it just goes on all season. And I'm just like, well, bird blindness didn't go on all season. But like, a lot of these things go on all season.
It was really funny.
It's funny, but like he runs these things into the ground. And I get like,
it.
That's like a big part of comedy writing is like you run it into the ground and then keep doing it so it will eventually become funny again. Like that's kind of a thing that comedy writers do. I get that, but like for me personally, the quiz me on blank facts was really I was so annoyed by that, but because Vigilante I think is such a great character. I think, and he was basically relegated to that the entire fucking season. It felt like. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope that they do create the Checkmate show because I really want more of him.
I think they will.
He's so good. But I also just kind of hope some stuff doesn't get written by James Gunn. We were talking about that personally for a bit. Like, I'm so excited for DC properties that are just like watched over by James Gunn and not directly written by him.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's coming. Everything next year is all overseen by him, and there's 3 big projects coming out next year.
What are they?
So early 2026 will be The Lanterns TV show, which is I think it's Damon Lindelof.
For that.
You're excited? You hate Lindelof, Nick.
Yeah, but it's like a cool, like, it's a True Detective inspired Lantern show. So I'm like, that's cool. I don't
think James Gunn will let Lindelof do the Lindelof thing.
No.
He's gonna be look, I know I hired you, but I don't want you to do your goddamn thing. Since your thing is so bad, we're not letting you do the Lindelof thing.
I don't think he's innately a bad writer. I think he just like kind of piles on too much, and then kind of gets away from him sometimes.
Yeah. The plot for Lanterns, from what I know, is that it's like Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, and Guy Gardner's in it as well. So Nathan Fillion's coming back. It's all 3 of them, or it's those 2 are investigating something like that has to do with the bigger picture of the DCU. And apparently James Gunn was like, no. Now that Peacemaker's over, the ending of Peacemaker is going to tie heavily into Lanterns. So I'm guessing they're going to be investigating something with this whole like Salvation Planet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they can do with that. I think that it seems like it might be a stand-in for the Negative Zone or whatever, the Phantom Realm, or what's the thing in the comics? Yeah, the comics that they do. It's like basically this, but more spooky in the comics.
Yeah,
where they send all the
is
prisoners.
A comic series. I think I don't know much about it, and the storyline is way different than apparently what James Gunn's going to do. But he just took the concept of they find a different dimension or a different planet to just start sending metahumans, and he's like, that's interesting. I'm going to use that as like a big concept for this first chapter of the DCU.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I can see it going to some cool places.
Yeah. I think the Green Lanterns are so underserved as the last 10 years.
It's just extra annoying whenever specifically he said he's not going to treat this universe as something that like you have to watch every single thing to go in and enjoy it. And it's like, you're not really going to understand what's going on unless you watch Peacemaker. Unless they're like throwing in some kind of like big like fucking thing that like tells you everything that happened beforehand in those movies. You're going to be confused.
I don't think at this point, depending on how much of this they end up using and like how, I mean, it's literally just like they found a pocket universe where they start dumping metahumans. Like that's kind of all you need. It's like the same way in Superman. Into it. No, I know, but I'm just saying that like in like even in Superman, like they're like, oh shit, Lex Luthor has a pocket dimension. And he's just like, yeah, I made a pocket dimension. And I keep all my, ex-girlfriends and stuff. Like, they just throw a line in there. Like, they're just like, keep up. Where I'm like, I don't think that's something that you need to watch Peacemaker to understand. If you want to know how it got founded and, like, all this other stuff, yeah, sure, you can find it. But I don't think it's entirely necessary information.
Yeah, it's all very easily thrown into exposition in any new story that he wants to tell, I think.
Yeah. And this world at this point is, like, so fucking wacky and over the top that most things they say, well, you won't be like, huh? What?
Yeah, because I mean, maybe you won't expect everyone to have seen Peacemaker, but most people that are interested in the DCU now have probably treated Superman as the entry point, which already deals with pocket universes, like almost exclusively. That's like the main thing in Superman is pocket universes. So like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't see that as being a big deal.
He talked about Creature Commandos. He's like, Creature Commandos is like, it's not necessary for the DCU to watch. He's like, if you want to watch it, go ahead. It's really good. And I'm proud of it. But it's not like you don't need to watch Creature Commandos to understand what's happening in Superman. You don't need to watch Peacemaker to understand Creature Commandos. Like, I don't know. They all feel like very standalone projects.
Yeah, is that something that he just has to say though? Because I feel like that this is the problem with it's not just like cinematic universes based on comic book content or IP or whatever. It's just the comic book problem. I mean, this is why they made the Ultimate Universe in the 2000s because there's
it
like
got too complicated.
yeah, there's like 60 years of continuity that you have to consider before you even jump into wherever the 616 Marvel universe is now.
Yeah,
I mean, it has to be
Batman,
noted.
If you think about any main Batman writer, they just pick it up and they're like, "I'm doing what the fuck I want to do." Like either out, like the only thing, like until recently, like I guess recently they've had Alfred dead for like 10 years now.
Yeah, he's been dead for like it's like 16, 17 years. He's been consistently dead in the main canon.
But like before that, like it was just switching it over. They don't care usually. It's weird that's actually Alfred's been dead for
they
so
reset
long.
the universes all the time in DC. They did Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they did DC New 52, and then they did DC Rebirth, and I think did they just do it again? I think they just did it again recently.
I don't think Marvel
new...
doesn't do it like that though. Marvel continuity is a little bit more strict, I'm pretty sure. Because the only
comics, I don't know.
Only big shakeup things that they've had. I mean, Civil War was a shakeup, but there was a bunch of like if you want to read Civil War, you can't just read the main like 7 issues that it is. It's like a bunch of like, but there's like Spider-Man and Captain America and Iron Man. Like there's all these separate, extraneous things that you need to read to even figure out what's going on. Which I think was they did the Ultimate or the MCU itself is based on the Ultimate Universe more than even the regular Marvel 616 shit, you know.
I'm not gonna lie, I've read so little Marvel. I've read a lot of the like I've read some Ultimate Fantastic Four, some Ultimate X-Men, and all of Ultimate Spider-Man up until they like replaced him with Miles Morales. Like that's really most of the Marvel stuff I've read outside of just random shit here and there. I like DC so much more.
Have you heard the if you tried the new Ultimate Spider-Man where it's like he's now like a 48-year-old with kids and stuff? Like they actually decided to
there's still an Ultimate Spider-Man?
No, they
brought it back
they
recently.
just did a new they brought back the Ultimate and they're canceling it in like 6 months
it's also
because it's not selling well.
But it's also a different Ultimate Universe because in the original Ultimate Spider-Man, spoiler alert, Spider-Man dies. Yeah.
Yeah, so. And then Miles is the main Spider-Man. Yeah, it's like the Into the Spider-Verse canon, similar. But no, in that version, it's like Peter Parker is like 45 and never had Spider-Man powers, and he's like married to Mary Jane, and they have kids, and then his Spider-Man powers activate way later into his life. And he like works for J. Jonah Jameson. It's like it's all this interesting, and like Ben Parker's still alive.
Bad.
No, I've heard good things about it. I've heard like it's actually really good.
That's interesting because I feel like as this stuff, I don't know. Is Gen Alpha into like superheroes and shit, like Marvel comics
like
and Spider-Man? Yeah, I guess they like Spider-Verse, but I'm just thinking like I'm sure that them doing that in the new Ultimate Universe, which is, I mean, by the way, my understanding of it is that Secret Wars was the big kind of calamitous event that ended the Ultimate Universe and then added Miles Morales and like fan favorites from the Ultimate Universe into the
Secret Wars is from like the
616.
80s, I think.
No, they did a Secret Wars in 2015 too.
Oh, they did another Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's more what like this new Avengers Secret Wars is based on. Do you guys know the story behind 1984 Secret Wars?
It's very crazy, isn't it?
It's very, very funny.
I don't know it. I've looked it up before, and it gives me like a goddamn 10-page essay, and I'm like, never mind. I'll just.
I mean, it's not that complicated. It's actually just really hilarious because like Marvel toys weren't selling that well because they didn't have that many cartoons in the 80s. There was a couple things, but it was basically just the comic books, and they wanted more merchandising. So they got a focus group together and was like, how can we sell more of these? How can we sell more of this IP in merchandising and toys and stuff? So they're like, all right, kids really like the word secret and wars. So we'll put that together and we'll have some kind of in-universe excuse where all of them get sent to a battle planet or something and they all have to fight each other. And that's like the entire comic run is based on that one focus group that Mattel ran so they could sell more toys.
That reminds me of back, I forgot what era it was, but there was a time where DC Comics put gorillas onto every single comic cover because they sold better. Even if there was no gorilla in the comic, they would just put like Superman standing there and there's a gorilla next to him.
I actually remember some of those comics.
Yeah.
So there's
like,
no
what do y'all
gorilla
think-
in the entire story, and then the Superman
Yeah,
is just
sometimes
standing
there just would be no gorilla, and they just put one on the cover, like, "Ooh."
It's fine.
What do y'all
Let me
think would be
finish out the
Okay.
real quick? Let me finish out the rest of the DC stuff next year. And then after Lanterns, we're gonna do Supergirl in June, which I'm excited for. That's a Craig Gillespie, I think,
sounds
directing, and it's got like not James Gunn. It's got Jason Momoa as like Lobo, and all the cast looks pretty cool. I like Millie Alcock and what's it called? House of the Dragon. So I don't know. I'm cool. I'm excited for something different and a very different characterization. He said it's like way more similar to like Guardians.
That sounds cool. I'm definitely pumped for Supergirl. I like Millie Alcock too.
Yeah. And then the weirdest probably swing, I don't know, depending on how weird Lanterns is they're doing the Clayface low budget horror movie from written by Mike Flanagan.
Define low budget.
50 mil.
For horror, that's kind of high.
So like the first Joker movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's cool. Body horror movie, sure. Yeah. That's a weird one because I'm like, if depending on how horror, I mean, and that's also the first like kind of Batman adjacent project that they're really doing in this new DCU.
I'm not really worried about that one. It's more so like how well will it fit in with the rest of the universe. I'm curious how they're going to handle that.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, Clayface is in Creature Commandos and sort of seems like he dies.
Is it a different? No, Clayface is really hard to kill. People liquefy him, explode him, and he'll just like reform after a year. Which version of Clayface is in that Creature Commandos though?
So there's more than one.
Different Creature Commandos. Yeah, multiple people have been Clayface. The main one, the original one, is Basil Karlo, who was like an actor, who like became a serial killer. But the version from the animated series that the movie's based on, and that's the main character is going to be based on, is called Matt Hagen. So different versions. Yeah, we'll see. If it ends with Clayface is like, yeah, I'm Clayface now, and then Rick Flag and Argus show up and throw him in Salvation, then that ties in. There you go.
What do y'all think conceptually would like help comics bring like the Gen Alpha or younger people into them? Like, what would it take?
I think you just get to an age where you become interested in it. I think it's really hard to try to like make stuff for that audience.
But I think they have different like
you make Superman go 6'7", 6'7", guys.
Is that something they do? 6'7"? I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, it's
like a skibbity toilet sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
it's a skibbity toilet variant. They should do a skibbity toilet variant universe, Nick. That'll be the way to do it.
I think that's probably what they should do.
They're making a skibbity toilet movie. I don't know if you guys know that.
I think Skibbity Toilet is
directed by Michael Bay.
Skibbity Toilet is pretty sick, actually. Have you guys ever watched all the Skibbity Toilet videos?
Why the fuck are you asking us this, Nick? Are you an adult man?
I don't know about all of them. I've seen the one that everybody's seen.
I've seen like 6 or 7, maybe more, of the Skibbity Toilet videos. I think it's pretty.
I know there's
like
100.
It's pretty. It's like people make fun of it, like, oh, these kids are so stupid now. But I'm like, if this was around when I was a kid, I would watch this like exclusively, and so would everyone. It's like it's not.
I try not to judge.
We watched so many dumb things when we were kids. I don't know. It's not that crazy to watch Skibbity Toilet.
You know? Do y'all know what the highest viewed YouTube video of all time is?
Gangnam Style.
No.
Justin Bieber's Baby.
It's like one of the. It's got to be a music video. No?
It is a music video. It is a music video.
Baby Shark?
Is it like a Bollywood thing?
It is Baby Shark, and guess how many views it has?
15 billion. Holy shit!
How many?
15 billion.
Oh my god!
So
that's
every person in the world saying it, watching it twice.
More than that, isn't it? Like, don't we have like
7 billion people in the world now?
Oh, it's 8 billion now. Okay, wow. Damn, that's crazy.
That's fucking. I mean, because kids watch it, they just hit it,
they just
loop it all day.
How much money do you think they fucking made off of Baby? Who owns Baby Shark? That's what I want to know.
Probably some conglomerate down in some other country. I don't know.
Yeah,
it definitely seems like a Chinese operation.
But
seems
I
like
don't know.
Chinese sleeper cell.
To answer your question, Nick, I don't know, because it seems like the core audience for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I guess is much different than the comics universe, but it seems like all of these things are kind of skewing older, which is why I was reading there was a big kind of crisis meeting at Disney a couple weeks ago, because they were like, we're losing the male demographic. They felt like they are kind of losing young boys, more or less, like Gen Z men are not really interested in Marvel and a lot of or Star Wars, or a lot of the properties that Disney has
I
acquired
wonder why.
the past 10 years. Well, I don't know. I don't. It feels like millennials are still kind of bought into it to a certain degree, but Gen Z was like, think about the big Marvel stuff like 2019, 2018, that like the peak of the MCU was like 2015 to 2019. So Gen Z was like, maybe, I don't know, how old were you at that time, Ethan? Like 19?
In 2014, 2015?
Yeah.
I was 16, 15.
Yeah,
I was in high school.
Yeah, so maybe you were watching Marvel, but
and that's when I got into Marvel and movies and stuff.
But I think Disney as a company over the last like 10 years or so has really like tried to like vilify like you for being a man and having male ideals. I think it's not very surprising
Disney
that men are.
In what way?
Maybe not Disney specifically, but like Lucasfilm, like Kathleen Kennedy said some weird shit. There's a lot of like,
but like in their actual like art though.
I mean, they made fucking Finn like a huge like pussy, and he like was a pretty sick character in the first movie. I think they kind of make a lot of the men characters like kind of idiots. I think Obi-Wan was kind of a huge fucking bitch in his Obi-Wan show.
I don't remember that show enough to say.
It was terrible.
They made that.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, he was more. I thought more of the thing in that show was that he was kind of like he was like washed up a little bit. He was not really.
Yeah, I mean the problem with that show is just it was stupid. Like
it's
there's like a whole scene.
there's
like a whole scene where he's like trying to get past this laser gate, and it's like right in front of him, and he like pulls out his laser blaster because he can't open the code, and then he shoots it to open the laser gate. But like it's literally open on the side. He could have just walked around it. Instead, he like shoots the gate.
That was the first show I remember seeing from like the current series TV show Disney, where I went like, oh no, they're really hitting the limits of the volume. Like you can really see the seams on this thing.
But also like, they have the shows like I don't know why they're trying to. I don't know. It feels like they're going out of their way a lot to like try and bring a female audience, when I think a female audience is just going to watch a show whether it's good or not. Like I don't think that they have to have a show that is like entirely based on female characters. I don't think that women need that. Like a show like The Acolyte, which The Acolyte's just kind of bad too. We can say that. But like it did feel like it was kind of like the whole marketing around it was like women. And it's like, okay, but like at least make it good. I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like the marketing isn't really for men.
A lot of the more recent Marvel projects, I guess, that have been trying to widen the scope a little bit to include like a bigger female audience, but I don't know if it's really working. Like anytime that I want to watch any Marvel thing with my girlfriend, or like my girlfriend and none of her friends watch Marvel stuff. Like they're just not interested, no matter how many Captain Marvels there are. You know,
exactly. Like, that's kind of my point. It's like if they're more likely to watch something if it's just genuinely good. Like Superman, pretty good. You take a like a woman to go see that, she'll probably be like, "Oh, this is pretty good. I enjoyed that." But like if you're like, "Oh, you should watch The Acolyte. It's like Star Wars, but there's women in it and it's really cool. You'd probably love it because it's specifically made for you." And it's like, okay. I still don't want to watch Star Wars. Sorry, kid.
I don't know, but there is still something to be said for representation. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to get. I think it's hard to get people into these long, decades-running franchises that have been around for so long and kind of have an established target demo, and then to kind of maybe pivot that into and try to expand. Like that can be difficult. But I feel like initially, like look at how successful the Barbie movie was, you know, and that was like exclusively marketed to women, and that's a big part of that is because of representation, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they pretty like easily they made like The Force Awakens with a female lead character, and I think almost everybody I knew was on board with like the Rey bandwagon. They were like, "This is sick. Like this character's badass. I fucks with this new Star Wars."
There's a pun
So
in
like,
there. Sorry. A Ray
but like,
bandwagon.
but then, okay.
Sorry.
But like, it wasn't until like the writing went to shit and they started doing weird shit like that it really fell apart. Like I think they were effortlessly expanding their audience to more females. Like I think they were like they had a female main character in the show. Nobody was complaining about it, and then the show went to shit. And they didn't have to like turn every single character into the show female to do that. Is all I'm saying.
But I mean, what show did they do that for? Was that The Acolyte? I never watched that one.
Yeah.
Yes, The Acolyte.
We don't know anything about Acolyte.
But I don't know. I mean, the main Disney sequel trilogies, I think, still
Echo.
had. Well, Echo, the Marvel thing.
Yes,
you're talking about. I never watched that one either. I watched like one episode of it. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but that lady, the main Echo person, might be like one of the worst choices for like a lead of a series that I think I've ever seen.
It was rough.
It's bad. Like, I don't know, man. If you're gonna have a fucking lead actor of a series that doesn't speak, at least emote. And it's like she doesn't really do that at all, you know. But whatever.
Yeah,
but
I mean, a lot of my problems
like,
I'm talking about are just bad writing in general. But I don't know.
The sequel trilogy of Star Wars, I feel like still like you. I mean, I know you're saying that Finn turned into kind of a nothing character by the end, which I guess I could kind of see. He was definitely set up to be more important than he ended up becoming in Force Awakens.
But I guess my point
Poe,
I'm trying to make
Poe's cool. I mean, who are the
I
other
guess
characters?
So, but he gets sidelined super hard. I'm just saying, I think if you want to have the main character be a female to expand your female audience, that's fine. But like, you took the only like male character that like men could relate to. And not only that, he's also like a man of color, right? Like that, you're also expanding it there. But you're like taking the one character that like men can watch and relate to, and then you're like sidelining them into like a nothing character. It just kind of sucks.
Why does the character need to be male for men to relate to him? I mean, that's kind of the issue that I think a lot of women are talking about, is like so many these shows have been these shows and series that if you want to get into big franchise IP stuff, you as a woman are forced to relate to the male character because there is no stand-in for you that's not like a damsel in distress romantic lead.
No, but I'm saying I agree with you, and I'm saying if you are taking their argument with them, turning their argument around on them, right, that they need this like female stand-in as the main character in Star Wars, you're alienating your male audience by their logic, by like sidelining this character that's the only character that like men can relate to, right?
What about Kylo Ren? I mean, Kylo Ren's not sidelined.
Kylo Ren is a huge fucking bitch crybaby, dude.
People fucking love that character.
What are you talking about, dude? What do you mean a bitch cry? Just because he's like he has emotions?
He emotes.
Like I don't. What do you mean?
Yeah, you want people that can't. You want people to emote, but you don't want him to emote. What the fuck?
I think
Kylo Ren is a great villain. I don't know why everyone.
He is a really good villain.
I think everyone. By the way, I feel like everyone liked him while it was happening. He was like the only thing that people really liked about those movies consistently. And now
I don't think people like Kylo Ren. I think people like Adam Driver. I like Adam Driver.
No,
I think he's great.
Literally, my wife is absolutely obsessed with Adam. Like with not Adam Driver, with Kylo Ren as a character. And I think everyone I've talked to is like, yeah, if it weren't for Kylo Ren, I wouldn't have finished the entire trilogy. Like he is, I think, the most consistently good character throughout the entire trilogy.
I don't think he was set up as a strong enough villain to kill
the fucking great
the big
villain.
bad.
I was fucking cheering in the theater when that happened. I was like,
I don't want to get into the Last Jedi talk.
Jedi.
It's too much for me. But like, anyways, I'm just saying by their logic, it makes sense.
What do you think about Luke Skywalker's characterization in the Last Jedi?
When you say by their, what do you mean by their logic? What do you mean?
Because by their logic, they need to replace as many male characters as they can with female characters, so women can relate to it. But by making the main character a female character and then sidelining every male character, they're by default pushing out all of their male audience and then being surprised whenever they're gone.
Dude, I don't know.
If it's like an issue of that. I think if we take it back to the base thing of being like we're losing Gen Alpha men and like kids, maybe they just don't give a shit about movies and shows.
That could be the thing. That could be the other
thing.
I'm not saying that that's actually the reason. I'm just saying they're not being consistent with what they're trying to do.
These sequel movies, these Star Wars sequel movies, and be like, wow, I feel really like sidelined right now as a male viewer.
No.
I didn't think of that once while I was watching.
I watched them and I was like, I wish that either I was dead or I was at home and not at the theater right now.
Okay,
but
so then what does
sidelined.
So they're everyone knows they're not great movies. But I think that's the main issue. They're kind of
I completely agree.
Slapdash franchise.
No, I'm trying to like play devil's advocate against like what's been happening in like these movies and like the creation of these shows. I'm not saying that like I think the issue itself is that the shows are written badly and created badly.
Yeah, I think that's the main
overall
problem.
Like I should also say, I mean, Disney is looking for some kind of reason to figure out why their movies for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 years have been underperforming, and to be like, oh, did we lose the male demographic somewhere? It's like a theory. Like that's a theory. I don't know if there's like data.
But they have literal data.
Up.
They have literal data, and also not only that, there's no way they don't know because their entire audience knows.
Their entire audience knows because what? Because there's a big contingent on the content creation space where there's been people railing against like woke Disney stuff for the past 7 years.
No, it's not about
like,
woke.
It's not about woke. It's
not about but it's not even about woke Disney. I think the majority of people who like come at this from like a level argument are just like, there was literally no plan going into this trilogy, and that is a failure on Disney. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, but
I just don't know how that translates into them, being concerned that men aren't invested. Or
no, but Nick was saying they don't understand why like these properties are failing over the last 10 years. It's like they have to know because everyone who's watching it knows why.
Well, I mean, I brought up the conversation because I saw an article that was saying that internally at Disney, they were like, somewhere along the line, we lost young men. They like specifically Gen Z men that they had lost. I don't know what that means. Honestly, I think it probably has more to do with what Ethan's talking about, that Gen Z, Gen Alpha men are not as interested in movies as people were 10 years ago, as young people were 10 years ago.
I agree with that, but I still think they're going to see Marvel movies. Like every young dude I talk to, like the only thing they do go see is the new Marvel movies. Everything else is just they couldn't give a shit about
Marvel. Heard it's crazy.
Yeah, it's literally like that. They couldn't give a shit about like one or Everything Everywhere All at Once or the Smashing Machine or any One Battle After Another. They couldn't give a fuck about anything like that. They'll go see the new Superman or they'll go see the new Fantastic Four, but they only have money to go see one. So
yeah,
and it wasn't Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you feel like a lot of these like Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, like these Marvel movies that kind of flopped this year, do you think they're gonna see like a rebirth on Disney Plus? Because I don't know, dude. I've rewatched Thunderbolts twice actually since it came out on Disney Plus. I love that movie. I like it even more now than I did when I first saw it. I think it's one of the best Marvel movies, honestly. And it flopped so hard. I feel like if people give that movie a shot, they'll actually really like it. I think it's great.
I literally completely disliked it after rewatching it.
This is the new Oppenheimer of HTI.
No, like it's just the same thing. It's like a 5 out of 10 Marvel movie. It's just like the same old shit.
That's so dude. All of the things that you complain about in Marvel movies, I feel like were at least they at least tried to kind of remedy those things in that movie. I mean, dude, listen to the score of Thunderbolts.
It's still just as quippy.
The score is one of the best things that I've heard of from a Marvel movie ever. I think it probably has the best Marvel score. The cinematography is way better. The writing is way better. It has themes. It has like an actual kind of narrative through line that they care about what they're saying. It makes sense how the team gets together. The narrative is very airtight. It's a good movie. It really is, I think.
But it's also a team nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably why it flopped. But I'm just saying,
nobody cared about Guardians of the Galaxy either.
Yeah,
but they were much better written. The first Guardians movie is
different time
so
period.
good.
During the peak of Marvel. Thunderbolts was during post-COVID and during like the fucking drought in the movie.
Yeah, like Thunderbolts are set up in this like way where they're like set up in the middle of a universe where they have to kind of like stand up against characters that are so much stronger and more important than them. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy are so separated. Like they don't have to necessarily. They could have not tied into the regular Marvel universe at all, and it would have been fine.
I honestly feel like Guardians of the Galaxy did so well in large part because of that fucking soundtrack. I think that is the biggest secret to the Guardians of the Galaxy success. The trailers all had that great like late 70s kind of the rock pop kind of soundtrack to it that made people get excited. There was a real big hook for that movie. It's also the first MCU movie in space. Is a big thing. It was a cultural phenomenon.
It helped,
because
but I think
of those
the characterization
reasons,
and I think the characterization and performances were like so far ahead of everything else that Marvel's done. I think Chris Pratt is genuinely excellent.
The characterization
I think Rocket
Raccoon
as a character is wonderful. I think Gamora could take her or leave her, but fucking Drax, perfect character.
Well, I don't know. I think Yelena is a great lead. I think Bucky. They show a new side to Bucky in Thunderbolts. I think Alexei, Red Guardian, is a great character as well. I think I just feel like Thunderbolts
I really like Taskmaster.
It probably doesn't help that I like. It probably doesn't help that I didn't really like any of the Avengers movies or like the Civil War movies, so like I had no like love for the Bucky character at all. So, I don't know.
Well, I honestly think this is the first time that the Bucky character actually shines. Like
that's true.
Bucky's kind of like an he's either a drone Russian sleeper cell killer or like a weird antisocial asshole.
Which is annoying because he's literally one of the It's annoying too because he's literally one of the best actors in the MCU.
Yeah, he's really good.
Plus, they introduced Bob. I mean, I don't know where you're getting off saying that like Bob isn't a good character, or there's not like good.
I didn't say Bob is not a good character.
You said you were just saying this movie sucks. You were like, there's nothing good about it.
I didn't say there's nothing good about it. I said it's a 5 out of 10 basic ass Marvel movie. It doesn't mean there's not a few good characters. I actually think like I still stand by what I said, where I think it was like my favorite performance from Florence Pugh. I think she was like the most likable I've ever seen.
Did you give Fantastic Four a 5 out of 10 as well?
Yeah, it's about the same as Fantastic Four.
You think it's? I cannot, dude. I was so fucking bored during Fantastic Four, and I was having a great time at Thunderbolts. I can't compare those two.
Yeah, I gave Thunderbolts like a 7, and I gave Fantastic Four a 6.
They're about the same for me.
I didn't hate Fantastic Four either. I thought there was a lot to like about that movie. And even though I didn't personally love Fantastic Four, like, again, I feel like it's very clear that Marvel has heard the criticisms that a lot of people have been having, and they're working on like righting the ship, I think. I
don't think so. Then why were those movies still bad?
I don't think, first of all, I think Thunderbolts was actually great, and I think Fantastic Four is also good, and I think a lot of people liked it. It just wasn't necessarily like my kind of movie.
Compared to what DC is cooking, I think it's nothing. I think Superman has like put the most recent million of Marvel movies we've seen to shame.
I'd take Thunderbolts over Peacemaker. I think it's hard to compare.
I'd still take Peacemaker over Thunderbolts.
I would rather rewatch Thunderbolts over any episode of Peacemaker.
We never concluded our Peacemaker thoughts. Overall, like season 2, do you guys have any like wrap up thoughts and like a rating for it?
Like an overall rating, I guess like a 6 out of 10, I would say.
That's how I'm feeling on season 2. I think season 1 is probably a 7 out of 10. I think season 1 is really good, and I really liked it. And then season 2, it just felt weird near the end. So I guess like a very shaky, cautious 6.
I'll give it like a 5, but I will say I think if they had like 2 more episodes and like put a little bit more care into it, it probably could have been like an 8.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. I was very disappointed with this season. Ultimately, it started off really strong for me, and then it kind of lost me fairly quick after like episode 4 or 5.
6. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I was super into it when that episode where Peacemaker goes and like hangs out with Amelia Harcourt in the other universe.
That was good.
And
That was episode 3, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great episode. And then after episode 3, after that, I was like, I kind of lost.
Yeah, I think it was like specifically. I remember episode 4. I remember finishing that, and I think it's just the episode where you find out the origin of his like little dimension door, and then he just kind of runs around for a little bit. I was like, this episode felt like nothing happened.
I have to say, I know you guys might disagree with me, and I know they write in an excuse, like a caveat for this issue, but it's just like, how are you going to introduce Nazi world as the best dimension ever for the first like 6 or 7 episodes, and then just be like, oh, well, no, it's actually only good because Peacemaker's an idiot and he doesn't see that it's bad because there's murals everywhere. It's like, yeah, sure, it's funny. It's a funny reveal, but it's like, are we really just going to say that Nazi world is going to be operating perfectly? Like there's like no hitches and everything looks better.
His dad had a whole ass speech about how it's not.
Yeah,
that's also like that's what we see. Like he talks about injustices that we never see, aside from the fact that they're chasing Adebayo down the street. That's the only time that we see that this world isn't operating perfectly.
I mean, but the problem that we do see is that like it's so skewed and the tunnel vision is so intense on the character that's like it's perfect for him because he's famous, people like him, and his family's alive. That's all that matters to him, and you barely get to see the world at all, which I think was kind of intentional. And maybe it would have been nice to see it in the like episode 7, but I think having it be so skewed, and I also think it's so funny, the reveal where she's like, oh, all the fucking Mein Kampf on the desk, and he's like, well, I wouldn't be this buff if I read, or the fucking Hitler mural on the wall, and he's like, shit, okay, I should have seen that one. I think that's all funny and worth it.
It's funny, but it's just like
because it really does. It does show as soon as everybody else enters the world, it starts expanding your view of the world. I think, yeah, it's just showing like you're limited. It's showing the world through Peacemaker's limited worldview. I think that's
because
cool.
as soon as like Harcourt's in there, she's like, "There's no fucking minorities here."
Yeah,
everybody else notices the weird shit immediately, and I think it works really well actually.
But I'm just saying, even in terms of how the world operates, everything seems to operate very smoothly. Everything is totally fine in terms of like infrastructure and government. Like everything is totally fine. The cops are totally normal. Like I don't know. I just feel like that's.
But the cops aren't totally normal. They were literally like trying to like murder him in the street because like.
When did when he goes back?
When they surrounded Harcourt and Peacemaker.
Yeah, but he was a fugitive from from the CIA basically at that point.
I don't know. I think if it was way too obvious, like there would be no reveal. Like I think they can't just have the world as completely defunct.
Well, like a couple things. I'm just saying, like we're basically just introducing Nazi world as like the perfect haven of good. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. Just for a twist, like just literally for a twist at the end, and I'm just like, "What? All right, cool. That's what we got." I
wouldn't even say it's perfect world. I feel like it's just like a character having like has bias, lenses on, where he's not really viewing a world in a skeptical way. And by the time we do see it, it's like, oh no, this fucking sucks. Like this is a horrible place. And I wouldn't be shocked if we end up revisiting that world. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they send GI Robot in there just to see what happens.
Yeah,
because that would be a movie I'd pay to see.
No, I mean I get what you guys are saying. Obviously, it's written that way for a reason. For the reason I'm talking about, they don't want people to be like, "Well, is James Gunn just presenting Nazi world as like the perfect paradise or whatever?" It's just a little bit weird to me.
I think it's like a very easy like Twitter attention grabber statement, but I just don't think that that's what his intention was when he was writing it.
What's a Twitter attention grabber?
That James Gunn James Gunn just made Nazi world seem perfect, and nobody's even saying anything.
Yeah, well, that's
what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like he definitely wrote in things like Amelia Harcourt. As soon as she gets there, she's like, "Wait, what the fuck?" There's like some serious shit going on. Like you guys are saying, you just see it from Peacemaker's point of view, which is fine. But I mean, we do spend like 2 or 3 episodes there, like a majority of a lot of episodes, and it's just like I feel like I'm not really getting Like a lot of this is held off to the
But
end
what do you
just so we
think?
can
But
have
like,
a twist.
think about it. Like, what do you think the actual change to the world would be? Like,
I mean, I think it would be incredibly authoritarian. I don't think the cops would act like they do in like a liberal democracy at all. I think
Where
it
they're
would
like,
be
you need a warrant to come in here.
yeah, like I think there would be a lot of incredibly different changes. The world would not look the same at all. Like I think that especially in terms of policing, or if they're in like a government building, I think it would look a lot different. I think just having the security would probably be different. I think there would be tons of different
but
stuff.
I think it's shown that security is different. Like they have like the eye scans and all that. Like I think that the whole Argus facility is like set up differently.
We don't see the entryway of the Argus facility in the normal universe though. I don't think they have like anybody walking in to just do the eye scanners. I think that was more like a thing to show like, oh, well, Peacemaker's worried about the eye scanner because he's a slightly different Peacemaker. Maybe maybe he'll get.
I'm just saying. I think society would find a way to function regardless, even if it's like fucked up.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to imagine because we don't have like. Well, I don't know.
We don't.
We don't have like literal Nazi-run worlds, or at least Nazi-run worlds that have been that way for 60 years. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say, but I don't know. It's like how you're presenting it in fiction is the thing.
I get that, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like they're gonna be like it's not gonna be like 1940s Nazi Germany for 60 years. Right? There's gonna eventually be a balance to it.
Well,
does he really want to go into that much? Does he really want to go into that much thought trying to like think of all that though, and also try and find a way to write in this twist? I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt on it. You know what I mean?
Well, if they still have the Nazi murals in every government agency and everyone reads Mein Kampf, like it's still a huge part of the fabric of their country. The cultural and the governmental structure of their world like is extremely Nazi. It's on the flag, but
it's also
replaced by a fucking swastika.
But you can tell it's like very out of sight, out of mind. Like everybody was like terrified when they saw a black person. They're just like, "What the fuck what's happening?" You know what I mean?
They were chasing her down the street.
Yeah, they were angry. They were like, one of them got out."
Yeah, because they've probably never seen one before.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was curious to see like what that was all about. They said one of them got out, but there's no actual like where are they being kept somewhere?
They said,
like,
no, Judo Master says they're being kept in like mass concentration camps.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Which I was kind of like, that was kind of my thing where I'm like, so we left this dimension and we're just like, I know they can't really do anything, but it's like, you guys are just cool with Nazi world hanging out over there.
Well, I think it's shown that all of them.
Look into it.
I think it's shown that all of the Peacemaker characters are kind of like selfish, like assholes to an extent. Like I don't think they're going to give too much.
What are you going to do?
I don't think they're going to give too much of a fuck about this other dimension.
I just think it would, all of this stuff aside, I think it would have been so much more interesting if it actually was just a better world. Like actually give him a world that he needs to make a choice about. Because once Peacemaker finds out this is Nazi world, obviously he's going to want to get the fuck, like turn tail and get the fuck out of there. But if it was actually just a better world where he had everything that he lost in his original universe.
You want to know the problem?
What?
8 episodes.
Yeah, these problems could have been alleviated in a longer, more expansive season.
Why is this show only a half-hour series too? Like if it was 8 episodes in like an hour,
some of them are like 26 minutes long.
Yeah,
it was really rough.
I'm so tired of shows getting shortened.
Nick, you do mention that it would have been better if it wasn't that. I do think where it kind of helps itself out in the story is the fact that his dad is like seemingly a good person that cares about him. Yeah. And, there's like that level, and his brother's alive. That's the main draw for him. It's like, the Nazi stuff sucks. But I still feel like even if he found this out, left, they didn't find out he was from a different dimension, he still might have gone back to just talk to his brother. He still might have been like, I gotta go see him one more time, even if it's Nazi world.
Yeah, I think Peacemaker is like very quick to like forgive most people's flaws. Like I think that's one of his main character traits.
What'd you guys feel about his not Nazi dad. It's very confusing. His dad from the real world is a Nazi, and the world's not Nazi world. But then in Nazi world, his dad's not Nazi.
Yeah,
I liked it.
was
I
kind
thought
of
that was
interesting.
a good reveal.
It was very funny that he got shanked the fucking death by a vigilante in an incredibly brutal way. Have you guys rewatched that clip, by the way? Vigilante dives through the window, starts stabbing him, and in the background, the vigilante jumps through a separate window right next to
it. What, the alternate universe vigilante?
Yeah, the alternate vigilante just dives through a separate window.
Yeah,
I liked the double vigilante dynamic. It was good.
And how they're like almost the exact same person.
Except one of them hates Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting how the one, what was that meme that you sent, Ethan? It was like no, it was like
it was like it was Joe Biden and Donald Trump, or the or is it? Oh no, it's
red dragon. The red dragon is Donald Trump, and the blue dragon is Joe Biden.
Because he's like not even like the blue dragon's not even a good person. He's just like, listen, I don't agree with this, but I'm not really gonna do anything about
it. He's like, well, I hope you show me every injustice that you have in your world, and show me that you're doing something about every single one of them. You know. But I don't know. I mean, they are effectively like upholding the Nazi kind of tyranny of this world, aren't they? Because
in a way, yeah.
Because like the brother especially is like he's extremely he basically rough. Is a racist, right? Like he is a Nazi.
Yeah. And it seems like the Peacemaker from that universe was fucking horrible. Because when he dies and his dad's like, you know how Chris was. I loved him, sort of. I legally had to love him, but you know, it's okay that he's gone now. This new Chris is funny.
If that was the Chris, if those Chris's just swapped universes, they'd probably have done super well.
They'd probably have been in much better situations. Racist Chris would have been like, yes, my dad's actually racist. This fucking rocks. Except he'd be poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, their house is sweet. They got a really nice house because of Nazi world.
Yep.
So, we have a few things coming up this year that I'm medium excited about. I want to know how, from like 1 to 5, how excited you are for each of these things that are coming up.
How about we do 1 out of 10, and then we can add 0.5 ratings for how excited we are. That seems a little more accurate.
Yeah, that works.
No, I'm making fun of your rating. Don't do that.
Bruce Springsteen, "Deliver Me Home from Nowhere."
I don't fucking care about music biopics. Maybe
with
Nick
Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen.
I love Bruce Springsteen. I'm definitely gonna go watch it, but I never really love these music biopics. I just go because I like the experience watching it the first time. You know.
I'm curious, Nick. Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I did, yeah.
Did you like Bohemian Rhapsody?
I'm not really a Queen fan. I don't really love Queen that much, but I did see it, and it was all right. It was whatever. I didn't like hate it like everybody. I've never like seen one of these like music biopics and like really hated one.
They're pretty inoffensive.
They're so paint by numbers, and it's just like already an interesting story about like a cultural icon. So it's already bound to be at least like somewhat interesting, you know.
You know which one I really liked? I liked Rocket Man a lot, but I think that's just because I'm just a huge Taron Egerton fan.
Like they do
get weird with it, and they also have they have Taron Egerton like actually singing everything, which is cool.
That's cool,
and it's like also like a borderline musical too.
Was it?
But Springsteen, 1 to 5. What are we feeling?
1, I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm probably like a 3 or 4 on that. I'm also, that movie is all about Bruce Springsteen's Nebraska album, which is my favorite album of his. I've been listening to it a lot, so I'm definitely excited to see that. I also really like Jeremy Allen White, so I'm pumped to see that.
I'll give it a 2 just because I like Jeremy Allen White, but I don't give a fuck about Bruce Springsteen. Black Phone 2.
I have not watched. I don't care.
I liked Black Phone 1 a lot.
Yeah, Black Phone 1 was badass.
But like, I know I was fine with Black Phone. I was like, that was fun. I don't think I've thought about it. It's like a 6 out of 10 for me. But like, what is the sequel even? I've seen is footage of him in a telephone box, and there's like the grabbers talking to him, and he's a ghost now.
I've heard like rumblings that it's like 10 times better than the first one, and it's like it's way expanded, and they're basically like making it like a straight up like creepy like supernatural horror movie.
So they're making him like a basically like Freddy Krueger level supernatural slasher.
And everyone's I'm hearing a lot of good rumblings about it, so I'm actually really excited for it.
Interesting story about Black Phone, actually, is that Scott Derrickson, he's the one who directed the first Doctor Strange movie, and he was obviously like on board to do the second one, but then he had some kind of weird like trauma in service through therapy, and he was like, I can't make a blockbuster right now. And that's when he went to go make the Black Phone, and Sam Raimi did Multiverse of Madness instead.
I thought he also got I thought he also left Doctor Strange because like creative differences, because he wanted to do a horror movie and like have a different like character and a villain, and
I've heard a lot of it was based
Kevin Feige was like, we're doing the cameo one.
Yeah, well, probably a mix of both, but I know that he definitely like didn't want to be that constrained. Like he wanted to do something that was a little bit more in line with what he was going through in life at that time, which I guess was this kind of childhood trauma stuff, you know.
But yeah, I'm probably like a 4 on that one. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I thought the Black Phone 1, if we're gonna call it that, was great. So I'll definitely go check it out. I think Scott Derrickson's good.
Like
I mean,
3.
I think the Doctor Strange is one of the best directed Marvel movies. Actually, a lot of that is just like cool visual effects and stuff, like Inception on steroids or whatever. But it's cool. It's a cool movie.
We have well, you better fucking mention Shelby Oaks next. Like
it's next. I was gonna say it's basically just we're skipping to a.
This better be 5s across the board.
It's an obligated
for our
5
boy,
out of 5.
For our Lord and Savior, Christopher Stuckman.
It's coming out in October, right? It's like before.
Hell yeah!
I think it's the 24th.
I think it's 21st, 24th. Yeah, it's not this Friday. It's the next Friday.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
Whoever has to do the recommendation, we got to do something good.
Yeah, well, we should do like a Halloween special.
Yeah,
we definitely need to. We also have Predator Badlands.
I'm actually like a 4. I really like Dan Trachtenberg, and I think it's interesting to see like a different direction for the Predator franchise.
I've never seen a single Predator movie, so I don't know.
You got to watch the first one at least.
You watched the new Jared Leto movie, right?
The Tron? No, I
Predator movie.
No, I haven't seen it. I watched clips. I did an Alien video recently, so I watched clips from like Alien versus Predator just so I could see like what the vibe was. But I didn't watch the full thing.
It's very dark, very dark. Predator Badlands, I'm probably like a 2. I didn't really like Prey very much.
You're the Predator guy. You're a Predator. Nick.
I love Predator, but this movie just seems mad to me.
That's what they call the fans. What a terrible name for a franchise, unfortunately.
The Predators.
We also have The Running Man coming up.
Actually, kind of fucking looks hype.
It looks so good.
I love Edgar Wright. I'm fucking excited.
I love Edgar Wright. You kind of look like Edgar Wright, Nick. How does that make you feel?
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I can see that.
I don't know if I've ever seen a photo of Edgar Wright.
I love making Ant-Man, but I hated the post-production.
Wow, I do kind of look like him. Kevin Feige is a really stifling creative presence on my process.
That was great.
But I love Edgar Wright, and I just wish he hasn't made a movie since like Last Night in Soho, and that movie kind of sucked.
That was pretty bad, yeah. And then before that,
that's like the only bad. Yeah, it's the only bad movie he's ever made, so he gets a pass. And then we also have Avatar 3.
I'm at a 1 out of 5, but I'm going to see it because you're going to make me.
I'm so excited for Avatar, boys.
I'm sick of seeing blue people.
Wait, I thought you guys hated Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell was like the main guy.
I like Glenn Powell. I don't really think I hate him because I said I didn't like him as a Batman. I think he's a great
actor.
I don't really like him very much. I think he's very much like getting pushed into everything. But
he's kind of the new Chris Pratt right now.
So this is a Stephen King story?
Yeah. Which there's an original with Arnold. It's really good. It's really not good, but it's really enjoyable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Glenn Powell. I think he could be Batman, and I think you guys are wrong about that.
I mean, I think if they cast him, I'd be like, I don't love it, but I can see it. I can
Wait,
see him doing it.
I have a bone to pick with both of you actually,
Okay.
because
I didn't
My
pick the ugly
bones,
guy as
sir.
Batman.
no,
That was
no.
Ethan.
What the fuck? Who's ugly?
It's deeper
That's
than
hurtful.
that. All right, so a couple episodes ago, I did a DCU fan cast, and I was saying that the Flash.
Yeah, we fucking yelled at you for
the
that
Flash
shit.
should be Kieran Culkin.
Oh my god!
Remember? And then
Yeah.
one of Nick or Ethan,
We both
one
said
of
they're
you guys,
too old.
you said he was too old, and then one of you was like, "Well, what if it was Andrew Garfield?" And Ethan was like, "That's so great. That's so great." They're both the same fucking age, exactly.
But Andrew Garfield,
they're
Culkin
both
looks like he's been through the
42
ringer.
years old. They're both literally 42 years old, and one
Andrew
was
Garfield
fine.
will
Andrew
look
Garfield
like
has a youthful exuberance,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, he'll look like he won't look old until he's 60.
Kieran Culkin has an incredibly youthful exuberance. And Nick,
He
you also
looks
said
like
he was
an
a bad
old
actor
baby.
without even seeing Succession. He's an
He's a bad
incredible
actor.
actor. Watch
He's a bad
Succession.
actor.
He's a great actor.
I think he could be good. Honestly, like I don't hate it that much. Like if they, were
I don't
like,
see
Kieran
him
Culkin, I'm
running
like, That's
fast,
weird, but
dude.
all right.
He looks like the kind of guy who sits around a lot.
But honestly, that's kind of a benefit because I feel like the Flash is like so quick that he'd be kind of lazy. He'd just be like, "Yeah, I'll run in a sec. Don't worry, I'll make up for it." And that's kind of the energy Kieran Culkin
No,
has.
but it was just one of those things where I was listening back to the episode, and as soon as Nick said Andrew Garfield, and Ethan was like, "Oh, that's great," and I was like, "I'm gonna see how old that fucking guy is real quick," and I was 42, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait to tell them."
Fact check
Okay,
my
but-
ass.
Fact check.
But
your
Andrew
ass,
Garfield is also like a world-class actor.
dude,
So, like,
you have
it
not
would be
seen.
an honor.
You haven't seen
It would
Kieran
be-
Culkin's main role in Succession. He was he
It
won
w-
like multiple Emmys for that show. It's
It
a
would
great
be an
show.
honor. We should be so lucky to have Andrew Garfield as the Flash.
How many things have you even seen Kieran Culkin in? He's a great actor. Literally watch Succession
Bro.
and tell me he's a bad actor. Tell me.
Bro, he's only famous because he's freaking Home Alone kid's brother, dude.
No, he's famous because of Succession, and you haven't even seen it. You're telling me he's a bad actor. He's good.
He was.
I'm just
listen,
fucking around.
He was really good as the kid that pissed his pants all the time in the Home Alone movie.
That's true. He was really good as the kid who pissed his pants a lot.
All right, so what else is on that list, Nick?
Wait, you forgot to mention Chainsaw Man the movie. The Resi arc is coming out. Are you guys excited for Chainsaw Man the movie?
Sure.
There was one. There's also Anaconda starring Paul Rudd and Jack Black, which Nick said he's so excited about.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
Honestly,
Good and
I saw the trailer for it. It looks fun. It looks like a fun time. I'll give it like a 2 out of 5.
I'll literally watch anything with Paul Rudd in it. I watched Death of a Unicorn as soon as it came on
I did
HBO
too.
Max because Paul Rudd's in it, and I was like, this kind of sucks, but at least Paul Rudd's in it.
I did too.
Yeah, we mentioned Shelby Oaks. Oh, Queens of the Dead comes out. I saw that at the film festival, so I got to see it before you guys. Because
There's
really
the New
cool.
York.
That's Yorgos
There's the New York.
Lanthimos?
No,
no.
Yorgos Lanthimos is Begonia.
Begonia, which looks
Begonia.
interesting. But
Yeah,
I'm
is
just
that guy
tired
a
of.
Workaholic with Emma Stone or something, because they've been making a movie a year for like the last 5 years.
Damn.
I've never watched one of his movies that I've liked, if I'm being honest.
You didn't like The Favorite? You didn't like Poor Things? Or The Lobster?
I still need to watch Poor Things.
No, I didn't like anything. I haven't liked a single thing he's made, and yeah, I think he just like basically is like he pitches some really stupid idea, and A24 is like maybe, and he's like, but wait, Colin Farrell, like okay, and then he's like, here's another stupid idea, and they're like, I don't know, and then he's like Emma Stone, and they're like, okay, fine, whatever.
Poor Things
Where
is
is
a
this
great
guy
idea.
from? What's
I
that
think.
accent?
I think Poor Things is a great movie. That's probably my favorite movie of that year, actually, 2023. Well, that was also the Oppenheimer year. I'm not sure. I think Oppenheimer was number 1, but I
Ooh.
really liked Poor Things. That was like 2 or 3.
I don't know. There's probably more, but those are the only things.
No. In November, we've got the next Osgood Perkins. We got Keeper coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know
Which
anything
I
about it.
don't know anything about it.
That guy makes- that guy's
Tatiana
making-
Maslany.
He's making movies really quick, too.
He's
Mhm.
getting old, dude. He's got to fucking pump him out, dude.
How is he old? How old is he?
He's probably like 60 something.
No
I had to
way.
guess.
Really?
He has to be. Have you seen him?
He is not 60. He's like 47, I'll say.
He's
I'll look it up.
51.
I
No,
was
he's not that
close.
old. Okay, I'm wrong. It's the face though. He has like he looks like he's like, I don't know. He looks like my uncle, and my uncle's 60.
He's like a good-looking guy. I don't know what you mean.
I'm not saying he's a bad-looking guy. I'm saying he looks like my uncle, who's 60.
Oh, okay. Well,
You say my uncle's ugly, dude? That's fucked up.
What the fuck, Nick?
Well, usually, I don't know. When usually you say like he looks like my uncle, it makes you think like they're not good looking, no matter what your uncle looks like.
That's hurtful.
Yeah, I don't know. You were also you had something you wanted to bring up, Ethan. What was that?
Oh no, I saw Queens of the Dead. I think it's directed by like either the daughter or granddaughter of
No, you wanted us to
George Romero.
You wanted us to fan cast Nick.
We already know it's Edgar Wright. No, I was saying if there was a theoretical, hate to interrupt, biopic called The Interrupters that hate it or something, who would play all of us?
You'd play what's the Nepo baby?
Jack Quaid.
Yeah. Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
I could see Jack Quaid doing this.
Yeah, you're Jack Quaid for sure. Who the
People
fuck would be
always
Nick?
tell me Jason Schwartzman is one I get the most.
I could see that. Yeah.
I could see Jason Schwartzman for sure. What's
But
me?
it's kind
Would
of
be
just
me.
like when you have the
I
same
feel like-
hair
I
and
feel
like
like
facial hair
Paul-
as somebody, you know?
I feel like Paul Dano could be you, Nick.
Paul Dano? That's crazy. He has so much range. I guess he could do it.
Just I feel like if with his with your facial hair and hair, I think he could do it.
Yeah.
I fucks with that. I
I don't
guess.
know. I literally can't think of anyone that you look like that much. It's hard. Didn't we all do this thing that app that
It's not
shows
good.
you-
It kept saying I was. It
Bella
kept saying I was.
Ramsey.
No, it kept saying I was the guy from. Who's the guy from Westworld? The black dude.
Oh, Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, it kept saying I was Jeffrey Wright over and over.
You know what? Actually, now that you bring that up, I'm overlaying his face onto your face in my mind, and you kind of do look like Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey. I'm fine with being race swapped, so I write off on it.
The fans are going to be some of the fans are going to be a little mad about the race swapping, but they're going to have to get over it because
It's no different than monkeyfying freaking what's his name, right? Wait, that's I didn't mean it that way. Fuck.
Jesus, what the fuck?
No, but like I'm saying the guy wrote off on being turned into a monkey in the
What?
movie. The freaking movie about the guy who was a musician. And then they made him a monkey.
Better man.
Oh my god! I was like, that was the most fucking racist thing I've ever heard.
I realized it after I said it.
Okay.
No, I'm
Okay, you're
saying
talking
if
about that
that's
one.
yeah, I'm saying if he can do that, then I can whatever.
Oh, that's another one.
Let's forget
No.
this.
We should
No, you brought up the
swap
monkey.
you with Rachel Zegler.
Yeah,
I can't even remember her face in my.
Rachel Zegler. She's you know her. She's in all the thumbnails.
She's the new Brie Larson.
She's the one
She's
who's
the
like
new Brie Larson. Yeah, and all the thumbnails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes me think. Was it Robbie something? I don't know.
Williams.
Yeah, Robbie
Williams.
Williams.
Anyway, who would be what if we had animal biopics? What would we be?
That's good.
I think I might be like a raccoon or something.
I could see you being a raccoon.
Yeah. Ethan, you're an aardvark. Nick is like a platypus.
Why an aardvark? I feel like you picked a really cool animal, and then you're like, "What are the ugliest fucking animals I can think of?"
Sorry.
I'll take aardvark. That's at least something interesting. At least you were like, I don't know, a fucking cat or something.
What? I don't even really know what either of those look like, if I'm being honest.
Platypus is like
Aardvarks
the
are
duck
big
that has
anteaters.
hair.
Yeah,
I'm a hairy
dude, they
duck.
look. It's Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm looking at platypus pictures right now.
They are not pleasant.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm just a fucking fuzzy duck to you, bro.
Dude, they're so crazy.
Oh
I love
no.
platypus.
They actually look pretty sick though.
Yeah,
They're
I'd like to
super
s-
interesting.
they're versatile
I see-
animals. I'm sure.
I see myself as more of an otter, you know.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, look
they,
at
like-
this guy.
Have you ever? Baby, what the fuck?
That's
Well,
like
that's
a
not a baby
Pokemon.
platypus. That's not a. It literally says in the text that's not a baby
What is it?
platypus.
Click it. We need to know what it is.
All right, we're watching.
It's not.
Guys, this is our current episode topic of clicking on clickbait on Google.
Yeah,
I wanna know what it
it's
is
just
if
like
it's
a
not a
little.
baby
I think
aardvark
it's just a little
or
toy.
platypus.
It's like a little toy.
But
that
click
comes
it.
with it.
Visit the site.
I'm on this. Oh wait. Oh, share this tab instead. Okay. Can you guys see it?
God, it's like trying to show my fucking uncle a
Just
video.
tell us.
And he's
It's
like,
fine.
How do I make the video bigger?
All right,
It's
hold on,
fine.
let me
This is
stop.
why we have no Zoomer audience.
Guys, we need to play some what is it fucking called? Railroad Runners? What the fuck? Railway rave?
Subway
No, it's
Surfers, bro. What are you talking about?
When I clicked on the link, it opened up a new tab, but I was only sharing the other tab, and I didn't realize I had to switch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, that
I
should
just
be our
have-
new go-to. Whenever one of us disconnects, we have to swap our screen to like Subway Surfers gameplay.
Should I just
Or
have
slime videos.
Should I just have us three in the top and then like a whole Subway Surfers like gameplay looping the entire episode this episode to see if it increases our engagement?
Slime and then some like playing with kinetic sand.
Slime and then the sand cutting.
Someone's in there doing ASMR like.
Oh, and then what's it? CS:GO surfing, you know?
Yeah.
And then parkour, Minecraft parkour.
What's Subway
Peter Griffin.
surfing?
We met. It's like Temple Run basically, but like you're in a subway.
It's like Temple Run for
That's
Zoomers.
Subway. It's a mobile app for your phone.
Do you remember Temple Run?
No.
You never did Temple Run?
I'm gonna do a little We'll do a little mukbang. That's good.
Who was the guy who got real fat? And
Nikocado
then he got
avocado.
skinny?
Yeah.
So we just watch Nikocado avocado videos for the whole rest of the podcast.
That's good stuff, guys. Hell yeah.
Have you had those noodles? They're pretty spicy, bro.
This fucking episode derailed so much.
Yeah, those are the. Well, I can only have the soy sauce flavored ones because I'm vegan, so I can't have like most ramen noodles in a cup. I can't have.
You can't have the flavor because of like.
There's actual.
Wait,
chicken.
Is there anything that's non-vegan?
There's actual chicken.
They have like ground chicken in it and shit.
Yeah, if it's like chicken broth or shrimp broth or whatever.
I didn't know that. Oh, I have a question for you, Nick. Being the pod vegan, how do you feel about honey?
Honey is actually a thing that I eat. That's like a kind of contentious topic among vegans, but I don't know. I just feel like bees kind of just do it anyway. They're like, there's not like a ton of exploitation in the honey industry as far as
it's
I know.
Vomit.
Yeah,
basically.
like they're kind of, that's like what they're programmed to do anyway. Like in the milk and dairy industry, there's a lot. It's very, very brutal. Like those cows are artificially inseminated over and over again just to like stay pregnant constantly so they can get milked
so
all the time.
They're constantly producing milk.
Yeah, they live in like horrible conditions. But in terms of like bees, it's not as bad.
Well, a very ethical like beekeeper as well.
Any local like honey, like there's a ton of local honey places in Texas where I am, and they'll treat their bees really well.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to overwork your bees.
No.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. But like, yeah, you know.
I really got you.
Just this straight face, just. Yeah, you definitely don't want to overwork your bees. It's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life for no reason.
They made a whole movie about it.
So I just found out.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to know. I found out today that the guy who plays Judo Master, his name is Nut Lee.
You didn't know that?
That's such a funny name.
I think is it Nut or Newt?
It's spelled Nut, so I'm gonna say it that way.
It's spelled Nhut, I think. Yeah.
Nut. So
and he's actually like 4'10". He's actually really short.
Yeah, I saw his Instagram when I found out, and he's like mega gay. Which I wish we could just see him being mega gay with his mask off now.
I mean, the character is now canonically gay. When he's like, you don't want to be a Buddhist or gay.
I wouldn't say not. I wouldn't say
white.
now. He's like always been pretty gay.
I just typed in Nut Lee and I don't see anything about that guy.
Did you spell
L-E.
right?
It's Le.
Nut Le. Nut. Oh wait. Oh,
Nhut.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
I also find it really funny in Peacemaker that he literally never fucking takes his outfit off. Even in the like final episode, they're in their spacesuits and he was wearing the Judo Master outfit underneath the spacesuit.
Well, I think his identity's hidden from the government.
That's true. I think he's like, no, I'm a secret agent.
I think he's hired as Judo Master, not Nutley.
Well, they know his name too. They know his name is Rip Jagger.
Was that his name? When did that
remember
happen?
they said it. Remember in like episode 2, they're telling Economist, they're like, you're working, your new assigned partner is Rip Jagger, and he's like, who the fuck is Rip Jagger? And he opens it, and he's like, fuck, Judo Master.
That's a really funny joke, and I wish I would have heard it.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah,
feel
that's
disappointed
his
in
name.
myself.
It's Rip Jagger.
Which I
That's
think
such a good
they've
name.
talked about. They're like, no, that's his name in the comics. We just we just kept it because it's a funny name for him to have.
It's really common thing in comics for characters to just like their names are just seemingly like something they made up on the spot, like in 2 seconds.
What is it? Black. You guys know Black Bolt from Marvel?
Blackagar Boltagon.
Black Bark.
Blackagar Boltagon is his actual comic name.
Yeah.
Like they
Like
were
in
like,
my-
all right, this character's name is Black Bolt, and someone's like, well, we need a real name for him, and they just went, what if we just a Gar and a Gon?
I just think of the dumbest name. Like what in my comic, anytime I'm like I need a character, I just think of the dumbest thing I can think of. Like my main character, I was like, I don't know what to fucking name him. I'll name him Hubert.
Hubert's a
So his
funny
name's
name.
Hubert. Yep.
Black Bolt has a fork on his head, like a tuning fork.
He has a tuning fork, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about him.
I just know if he talks, he makes people die or something, or he goes like, I'm sorry.
By the way, I really like Multiverse of Madness. I watched that the other day. When I was sick, I rewatched a bunch of like MCU movies. I like that one.
That's one where I will never understand people's obsession with having John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Because I
It's
saw
just
him
'cause
in
that
it, and I was
one
like, well, he added
Photoshop.
nothing.
It's literally that
Yeah,
one Photoshop.
It's the one that's been going around for years. And then
I
in
think
the
he was still
comics, they
better-
made him look like it.
He's still better than Pedro Pascal.
No. In that one scene, I was like, he is giving me nothing but John Krasinski.
But he's never anything but John Krasinski.
I know, exactly. Why the fuck did you cast him as Mr. Fantastic? He was a very important character.
Pedro Pascal's just Pedro Pascal, dude.
Did you know that John Krasinski was almost Captain America?
Yeah, he
I didn't know
auditioned,
that.
And then he like got yeah, he didn't get it though because he was like I felt insecure because I saw Chris Hemsworth, all buff.
Well, I think there was a backlash to it too. People were like,
He could've
"Fucking
cast.
Jim from The Office."
I think it's fucked up that we're putting down Polacks right now. I don't think we should insult Polish people like this.
Polux?
This is what this
Is he
is.
Polish?
This is basically what happened.
This is
This is
the
the only
Photoshop.
reason.
This
Yeah,
is
everyone
some
saying
Polak
that it's
energy.
a picture, I think, from Jack Reacher or Jack Ryan or something, and it's him edited with like Mr. Fantastic.
Did y'all see him in was it Zero Dark 30? He was pretty buff in that. Search him in
No,
that.
I never saw him in that. That's what the photo is from, I think. That famous
Let's-
Photoshop.
John
of him as Reed
Krasinski,
Richards.
Zero Dark 30. He's pretty sick looking, dude.
Yeah, he
Look at
looks
that. He's kind of a babe.
He looks like
Yeah,
Reed
just he's
Richards.
not giving me Mr. Fantastic. There's the buff photo of him. That's the one edited that
Hell
everyone
yeah,
edited
dude.
on top of.
Look at that, dude.
They're like, Jim got nips.
Let me do like a
Tell me you
slow.
don't wanna-
Jim
Let me
got
do a
buff.
slow scroll. Oh yeah.
Tell me y'all don't want a slice of that, dude.
Hell
He could be
yeah.
Batman. He's probably too old too now, huh?
Shut
How old
the
is
fuck
he?
up. Shut the fuck up.
How old is he?
Do not fucking call this guy Batman.
Let's
He's probably
see.
Dude,
48, 49.
No, he's not 49, bro. 45.
Come on. Close.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. He's not too old.
he could be.
That's
Make
it.
him the Flash. He should be the
He-
Flash.
He could fucking be Batman for sure. You guys are literally fucking ageist, by the way. You need to work on that in therapy.
I think I'm probably the only one of us that goes to therapy every week, so get
Yeah,
off my
well,
dick.
Is there ever
Work on
been?
that.
Has there ever been? Has that ever hit you guys like any point where they've cast like a character and you're like, or like the new Superman, for example, where they're like, "This is the new Superman," and did it ever hit you guys like, "Holy shit, Superman's younger than me"?
Well, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's older
he's
than
older
both
than
of
me,
us.
so
No, he's older than both
No,
of
he's
us
not.
by like a couple
Oh, he
months.
is.
he's
Okay.
like 33.
So the new
No,
Batman
he's
might be
literally
younger
he's
than
like
you guys.
he's like 1 or 2 months older than me. I'll show you.
Oh, so way older than me then.
David Cornsweet, age.
I just remember when he was cast, he was 29, so he's 32. Okay.
Yeah, he's born like a month and a half older than before me.
Yeah, so way older than me because I'm young Nick, so
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm not even 32
Okay, well,
yet, so.
the next James Bond they cast will probably be younger than you guys.
That's not true. I doubt it.
I'm not kidding. They're all looking for
pretty
mid
sure
to late 20s.
I'm pretty sure Daniel Craig was like 45 when they hired his ass.
No, he was, I think, in his like mid 30s.
Was he?
What do you think? I feel like Ethan, you would like this picture.
Why would I like that picture?
What is this? What am I looking at?
It looks like he's a little sunburned.
Is this like it just reminds me of something like this is a good picture.
Is that Corn? Why is Corn Sweat dressed up as Dr. Disrespect?
And he's got a backpack on.
I don't know. Just look like an Ethan kind of vibe.
Well, I think it's about time we call an end to this mukbang. What do you want to watch more
I feel like the podcast just started.
What are we even gonna do next week? We have like no plan.
Yeah, we should talk about this. So next week is what's the date? 20th will be next week. So that's gonna be. I don't think anything big is out by the 20th.
Well, I definitely
we'll have. I mean, Black Phone 2's out. So if we want to do that, we can. I know you guys are more excited, but I'll watch it.
But it is Halloween time. We should probably start watching some scary stuff.
So it won't be this episode, but the weekend after the episode after next episode will be our right before Halloween one. So we can recommend a spooky one this time, but then we also got to recommend a spooky one and pair it with Shelby Oaks. That's all I'll say. We don't have to do like everyone recommend a movie because that becomes a little chaotic after a week.
I think we should for Halloween. I think we should all recommend a horror movie for the Halloween episode, but not for next week.
No, next week. Sorry, guys. We mentioned on social medias we are delaying the Wrestler and the Smashing Machine, and we're doing. Is Marty Supreme next week?
No, it doesn't come out until.
Or are we just delaying that till that comes out?
Let's see when Marty Supreme comes out. That comes out. Why isn't that?
I think it's in November.
It doesn't come out until Christmas.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, we can pin that episode. I've seen them all. We can pin that episode for when we're in need of an episode. But I think we should really use these horror ones since October's almost over. So, who is in line for recommendation? Because
it's me because the Wrestler got skipped over.
That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. And then we just have to reuse your recommendation for whenever we decide to use that episode.
All right. I have one. I have something good.
Okay.
I have something good. All right. So, are we going to watch Black Box 2? Or Black Phone 2?
Next week?
Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah, I'll watch it.
Let's watch it.
All right,
can I just say this before you recommend? Hold on. Can I just say this? Does anyone else feel like his name is the Grabber? Does anyone feel like he's like a corporate plant for like slashers? Because I feel like he's a corporate plant.
I just think it's weird that they have like a canonically pedophilic slasher.
I mean,
villain.
They're like, Freddy's out. We need a new pedophile.
But yeah, we're also gonna do. So I've talked about this a little bit. Maybe I don't know. Peter Jackson used to be a horror director before he became all mainstream and
I think I know
gay.
what you're gonna recommend.
We're gonna watch The Frighteners.
That's what it is.
It's so good.
What's
so
it?
good.
Say
It got
again?
Marty McFly before
The Frighteners.
The Frighteners. Okay.
You got post Marty McFly.
This is pre Lord of the Rings, right?
Pre Lord of the Rings. It's wonderful. It's so good.
All right,
sick.
The Frighteners from 1996.
I always wanted to watch like whatever he did before Lord of the Rings. So
this is one of the like
there's a lot of cool VFX in it.
Yeah, this is like one of the less because his early stuff is like super low budget. This is like an actual movie, so it's not like you're just watching him like blowing shit up in Australia or New Zealand.
What year is it?
So
1996.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not that much longer.
No, it's
before.
It's like his last project before he started Lord of the Rings pre-production.
Oh, nice.
It's really fun. I really like it. It's like
cool.
It's a really good movie to me. So it's probably not as scary as you'd hope it to be, but it's really fun and it has some spooky stuff.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. If this thing doesn't fucking scare me, it's gonna get a 1 out of 10. All right.
All right.
And I'm gonna put Peter Jackson on my personal shit list.
Thanks for Nikado avocadoing with me today, boys.
Thanks for the mukbang, boys. If you do not want to be spoiled for next episode, make sure to watch The Frighteners from 1996, directed by Peter Jackson, and make sure to watch The Black Phone 2, directed by Scott Derrickson. And we will be talking about them next episode. If you enjoyed this on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. Please leave us a 5-star review, a comment, a like, a subscribe, a share. We can appreciate all of them greatly. And as always,
we want all of your moms to be watching us. we need all of your moms watching. So tell your mom to watch. That's pretty much it. Anybody else?
You know how much I hate to interrupt and interruptions. You guys throw every time I'm interrupted in my outro, I get fucking stun locked.
You were just about to tell us to get Stuckmanized.
Yes, I was gonna say the dawn is upon us. A new age of cinema, a new age of horror. The mastermind to take the place. M. Night Shyamalan, who? Mike Flanagan, who? Stanley Kubrick, who? That's right. Chris Stuckman is right around the corner. Because in 2 weeks we are seeing Shelby Oaks. Get Stuckmanized. Yeah,
get Stuckmanized.
I'll bet Shelby Oaks sucks. Get Stuckmanized.
Shut the fuck up, Nick. End the podcast.